Once again, we're here. Got my audience. Hi, audience. Got my camera lady here. Did you know, in 2015, Dr. Gail Matthews of the Dominican University of California did a study, and that showed that by writing down your goals, you have a 42% higher chance of achieving them. By achieving the goals I have set for myself, I will be able to grow into the person I would hopefully be able to grow into the person I would like to be. Personal growth does not have to correlate with the level that you are at in society. Part of building dreams is the fact that you can shape it to be however you would like to be. To start out, my first goal is to own an IV hydration studio. IV hydration therapy is the act of hooking yourself up to an IV, going into a clinic, hooking yourself up to an IV, and receiving the vitamins and supplements needed to replenish what is missing in your body. It's a great alternative, and it allows hospitals to better utilize themselves for those that have serious conditions. Dehydration is a common problem amongst many citizens. Lots of the symptoms vary, but they can range from upset stomach, they can range from headache, dizziness, things like that. By going and getting IV hydration, it'll stop all of these. In fact, the Mayo Clinic states that the only way to fix dehydration is actually by rehydration. I actually had one night where I might have went out and I spent a little bit too much time drinking and partying while I had a big day ahead of myself. Well, I found out that there was an IV hydration studio nearby. I went, I got tapped up. Within halfway through my session, I started to feel life. I was feeling better. I didn't have an upset stomach. After that, I got to finish out my day. I didn't have any other problems according to normal hangover problems, symptoms. Well, after that, I was pretty much sold. I realized that I wanted to share those benefits with other people. We all know plenty of people that go out and maybe party a little bit too hard on a night that they shouldn't, and it's a huge benefit. It can help alleviate all the problems that come with it. Right now, the big step for me is to complete school. That's why I'm actually working on my business degree so that I can better utilize myself in the business aspect of things. My girlfriend right now is a registered nurse, and she is seeking the further qualifications so that she can become a nurse practitioner, which is the requirements to be able to do something like that. Again, it's always been a dream to be able to share that with other people. I think that's an awesome thing. I think if we open up the hospitals for other people, we can avoid some of the problems that we have. I would like to move from Colorado Springs to Denver. Oops, I forgot my slide. That's IV hydration therapy. I forgot that we had to do the slide of this. So that's IV hydration therapy. You can see by the image, it looks pretty relaxing. He's in there. It's obviously a small studio, not lots of stress. He's obviously also not in dire need of medical attention. Again, that's just something I would hope to be able to share with other people. Moving from there, I would like to always move from Colorado Springs to Denver, somewhere larger. I know there's plenty more to do in somewhere like Denver. They just have many more activities. The growth is just innumerable. You can't even, obviously by my chart it shows from 600,000 in 2010 up to about just over 700,000 in 2017. Again, that growth, that correlates with the rest of the activities and stuff that are in Denver. There's many more things. I love sports. I love live music. They have something like 10 plus live music venues in Denver, and if not more. The high amount of activity also could correlate with the business that I'm seeking. With IV hydration therapy, obviously that relies on ailments from high amount of activity, from coming into contact with other people. Creating a business in somewhere like Denver, that's the exact growth that you would need to support a business of that nature. A big problem I have, though, with moving out of Colorado Springs is stepping out of my comfort zone. A big thing here, of course, I got my family. It's really, really hard to leave that security blanket as much as you might not need them all the time. Unfortunately, when you do, it's a hard thing to give up if they aren't there. So again, it's really hard for me to step out even though it's definitely attainable. Another thing, I've been at my job for about 10 years now, and through those 10 years, I've acquired much leniency and comfortability with scheduling. That's really hard to give up. I can pretty much make anything happen with my schedule, so it's hard to walk away from something of the nature. As much as I enjoy the activities in Denver, or the activities local to Denver, I'd like the ability to travel between cities at will, share similar experiences. A big dream of mine is I'd like to achieve my pilot's license. Traveling is something I've always enjoyed. I've been to Europe a couple times. While I was in Europe, I met somebody, my family and I met somebody that was a pilot. He was a longtime pilot. He shared many, many experiences with us about traveling between the countries at low cost. He was able to see all the cultures. It was just something that after we shared that experience with him, I just couldn't help but think that that's something that I wanted to do. Another big aspect of that is that when I was a kid, you could always see the cockpit of an airplane, the image of a cockpit of an airplane. When you're a kid, who doesn't want to play with all those levers and knobs that are inside of a cockpit? Of course, that became a dream of mine. It didn't develop into a dream until I realized how attainable a pilot's license is. With that, this is the image I got of a pilot's license, or of a cockpit. Of course, it's obvious. There's so many different screens and levers and knobs as a kid. How couldn't you find that fascinating? The price of aviation school is actually pretty inexpensive. According to the Houston Chronicle, Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association cost calculator, the cost for a private license runs an average of $9,900. Again, that's not really too big of a deal. Big problem that I have doing so is that I continue to make excuses for myself on why I can't save up that amount of money. I make plenty of money in a year, however, it seems I'm always trying to spend it on something else I've been saving for, or maybe some other things that might not be as necessary. Even after excuses I've created for myself, I hope that I can find myself as the captain of an airplane one day. From traveling and relocation to the desire of opening an IV hydration business, I would like to be living my dream sooner than later. I hope to step out of my comfort zone and make my way from Colorado Springs to a larger city like Denver and enjoy all that it has to offer. By acquiring my pilot's license, I would like to travel the world and share the experiences of many cultures with others. I would like to open an IV hydration business to share the benefits I once received with others. I hope to stay true to my dreams and achieve my goals so I can find myself. Thanks for watching.
Good job.
My audience did not leave me, believe it or not.